Look, insurance sucks. I'll just make it suck less.
Hey, 2022 is right around the corner, and I got my mind on one thing. Well, two things really, right? But one major thing we're gonna talk about now. The other thing I want you to check out in a future video. I'm gonna talk about all the things that I'm doing different in 2022. But first, I wanna talk about this one thing, recruiting, right? Recruiting in 2022 is what's on my mind, right? Growing this team, we're actually looking at new buildings. In fact, you probably saw the video dropped, I think last week or the other day, looking at new office spaces. We are so pumped. If you are anywhere near Sarasota, Florida, you're gonna wanna come check it out. We're looking at buying a new building, growing into a larger space, continuing to build here locally as well as all over the country. But today I wanna talk about recruiting, right? And I don't wanna talk about recruiting in the traditional sense of, you got traditional recruiting, right? Which would be things like, LinkedIn. You got things like LinkedIn. I hear Johnny Brock out there. You got things like ZipRecruiter. There is a place for those things, right? And we absolutely use those tools, ZipRecruiter, even Facebook, things like that. But the big thing that I want to talk about is the thing that nobody seems to, or not a lot of people seem to do well, which is just the personal touch, right? Personally recruiting. And there's a couple of ways we can do this, right? There's the big way is obviously the 3-foot rule. We talk about this with selling insurance. For me, I can tell you everybody that's in my office today has come to me either through a referral, like a personal referral, or a friend, or they're in my network. I was just at a Christmas party the other day. What's the first thing that every time you get into a conversation, hey, how's it going? I'm Brad. That person says, hey, how's it going? I'm Eric. Hey, nice to meet you, Eric. What comes up next? What do you do, right? Oh, no kidding. That's awesome. Hey, man, now don't be the guy that goes from that portion like, hey, nice to meet you. What do you do? Oh, I sell vacuums. Oh, hey, man, you should come sell insurance. I'd sell insurance. You should come sell insurance with me, right? Don't be that guy, but obviously, if you talk to somebody that's in sales or they're selling, like, I'll give you a great example. I got a guy, he might check out this video. Got a guy that, my 2-year-old is playing soccer. It's not even soccer. It's like control chaos. It's kids running all around the freaking field or the soccer pitch, running all over the place. We bring pool noodles, tennis balls, all kinds of stuff out there to make it fun for the kids. But long story short, there's a guy that sells group benefits. Okay, I know he sells group benefits for, I believe it's a company with an acronym B&B. I know for sure because of his age and he's a little bit more entry level into the business. I know he's probably not getting as much out of that as he could be at this early age. They kind of. Anyways, I won't even go down that rabbit hole of that agency. But the point is, I had a conversation with them. We're getting lunch, what's today, the 15th? We're getting lunch sometime next week before the holiday or after Christmas. We're gonna grab lunch. I set that conversation up. Hey, yeah, I knew you do group benefits. Man, we should talk about the individual side and what you could potentially attain doing this with me. So 3-foot rule, right? Second thing is agent referrals. Okay, these don't come. These are the same as getting referrals from your current clients, your current book. They don't happen unless you ask, right? Yes, you can do a really good job, and sometimes that client will send you another referral just because it happened or whatever. But you've got to ask. Coach Bird even said it the other day on a call that I was on with him. Every client should generate 5 referrals. Well, can you imagine what your team would look like if every agent that you brought in 5 new agents, right? And so the way that I'm able to do that, or the way that I've done that in the past, is simply through generating success, creating success, building stories, right? What do they say? Facts tell, stories sell, right? So create a story. One of my agents went bartender to broker. That's a great story. She went from bartender to trying to sell insurance with another agency, not doing so well, coming to me, couldn't pay her water bill at the time, to now making well over 6 figures. And I can tell that story over and over and over again. And guess what? if somebody comes to me that knows her, they watched it happen, they've seen it happen, that's somebody that's going to want to work with me. And then the biggest thing, okay, in 2022, right, in today's culture, right, you've got to create a magnetic culture, right? A magnetic culture inside of that office space. If you've got a physical location, right, you can do this maybe a little bit easier, but I know people that are doing it great virtually, just by having calls every single morning. There's some big things with this, and I'm preaching to myself here sometimes as well. No negativity, okay? You cannot have negativity. The reason why this is on my mind is because I can hear Johnny Brock out there. I guarantee you that guy does not allow negativity around him at all, ever, right? No negativity. He said it in his Tupelo accent. I don't care who you are. That was a horrible Tupelo accent, but no negativity. He doesn't allow it around him, right? You've got to be able to have fun. And again, I am preaching to myself like I usually am when we do this. Sometimes, man, I'll be the first to admit, I'm not having a lot of fun in the office, not because I don't like to go out there and play ping pong, and we got a Pac-Man machine, and we got freaking NBA jams, we got putter ball, we got spike ball, we got Galaga. What else we got? We got a sumo slam. I mean, you name it, man. We got so many games out there. You can just come to work and have fun all day. To me, selling insurance, coaching agents, all this stuff, this is my fun. It is a lot of fun for me. So I can be the guy that's not having all the fun in the office sometimes, but you got to have fun, right? You got to create a fun environment, right? And then you've got to have, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess you got to have a unified front, right? You've got to have common goals. And here's what I mean by that, okay? If you've got one individual that, man, you know what? I'm trying to build a team like Coach Burt would say, right? I'm looking for Navy SEALs, not baby SEALs, right? For me, a Navy SEAL in this business would be somebody that's going after six figures. They want to hit six figures, right? They come from another job, sales, whatever. They come into this and they want to hit six figures. Those are the individuals I'm looking for. I'm looking for Navy SEAls, not baby SEAls. But here's what happens if you have a baby SEAL in a group of a bunch of Navy SEAls, right? That baby SEAL that wants to make, hey man, listen, I live at home. I don't need, whatever. I got no bills. I don't need anything. I'm good with $30,000 a year, $20,000 a year, whatever. I'm totally complacent with where I'm at. It's going to be a lot easier for that individual to pull that Navy SEAL down into that baby SEAlism than it is going to be for them to pull somebody up, right? Like, you've got to have a unified front with common goals, right? So if you're recruiting in 2022, right, which I am, and the reason why I'm even talking about this is because this is the things that I'm reminding myself of as we move into a new space, as we gear up to fill that space, as we make changes and tweaks and, plan on growth in 2022. These are the most important things, right? It is not what my LinkedIn ad says, okay? It is not what my ZipRecruiter ad says. It's not how many resumes I'm getting in a day. That stuff is important, right? But recruiting in 2022 starts on the personal side by creating a winning culture, right? By getting referrals and, more importantly, building success stories with your current agents. And lastly, anywhere you are, anybody you're talking to, there's a lot of individuals looking for an opportunity like this, right? Justin Brock just wrote a great article the other day about insurance being the new real estate, like investment vehicle wise, like a great opportunity to create passive generational wealth. So remember, when you're near somebody, you're telling them about what you do, how you can help them. And in 2022, if you're trying to grow a team, focus on these things, run the plays, but focus on these things to execute.
I'm a health insurance hustler, Bradley Hannon's the name. I'm here to teach these agents how to play the game. I'm a health insurance hustler, one thing you should know about me. I'm a health insurance hustler, BradHannon.com.